In July of 2026, the VA reported that the average time to complete a claim was about 78 days. They also announced the backlog fell below 70,000 for the first time since 2020. Those numbers sound impressive, but we need some context. An average of 78 days isn't a promise. Some claims finish in a month, while others can take a half a year. That's how the averages work. They tell us what's happening to the group, but they don't tell you how long your claim will actually take. Now let's talk about the word backlog. To the VA, a claim isn't officially backlogged until it hits day 126. So even if you've been waiting for 3 months and feel totally stuck, on their books, you're still considered on track. When the VA says the backlog is shrinking, it just means that fewer veterans are hitting that 125-day mark. It doesn't mean everyone is getting a fast answer. Now, before we move on, let me know in the comments, how many days has your claim been pending? And what stage are you in? It'll be interesting to compare our real-world experiences with the VA's official averages. Make sure you don't share any personal information in the comments, please. Now, one reason claim timelines can vary so much is that no two claims involve the same amount of work. Imagine one veteran claiming a single injury with clear service records and a current diagnosis. That's basically a straight line to a decision. Now imagine another veteran is claiming 6 conditions. Some are new, some are secondary, and they may involve private doctors. That claim has many moving parts. Each condition has to be evaluated on its own. Sometimes the VA will decide on one and defer another. This can keep claims open even longer. And this is why comparing your timeline to another veteran's doesn't really tell you much. Even if you filed on the same day, your to-do lists with the VA may be completely different. Knowing why it's slow is one thing, but later in this video, I'm going to give you the specific questions that you should ask the VA to find out exactly what may be holding your file up. So stay tuned. Now, the most common reason your claim slows down is the VA is waiting on someone else. If you have private medical records, the VA has to ask your doctor for them. Then they have to wait for that office to respond. And while they wait, your claim just sits in evidence gathering. It doesn't mean a rater is looking at your file every day. It means that the rater may have some sort of tickler on their calendar to check back every 30 days to see if those records have arrived. The same thing happens with CNP exams. Your exam might be over, but the VA is waiting for the examiner to type up the report. And if the examiner misses a question or anything that the VA is requesting, they have to send it back for clarification. I know this feels like endless red tape, but hang with me, because understanding this waiting game is the only way to know when you actually need to step in. Even the online tracker has its limits. The tracker gives you a general idea of what's going on with your claim, but it doesn't show the internal back and forth like a medical opinion that's having to be returned for an addendum. If the tracker hasn't changed, it usually means that the VA is just waiting for one of those outside pieces to fall into place. It's frustrating when the tracker doesn't move, but there's one thing that's even more stressful: watching your claim actually move backward. You might see your claim hit the decision stage, only to drop back in evidence gathering the very next day. Your first thought is usually, did I just get denied? Well, usually it's the opposite. It typically means the rater finally looked at your file and maybe realized that there was a piece of information missing. Maybe a medical question that wasn't answered clearly, or new evidence was found that needs to be reviewed. I've had this happen to me more than once. It can be a gut punch, but moving backward doesn't always mean something bad has happened. It simply means the VA is trying to get the right information before they can make the final call. If this breakdown is helping you navigate the system, consider subscribing. My goal here is to help you understand this process without making it more complicated than it already is. So, what can you do if you're stuck? So first, check the portal. Sign into the va.gov website and look for any evidence requests. Check your mail, even your spam folder, for any notices that the VA may have sent. If you're waiting on private records, call your doctor. Confirm that they actually sent them. Sometimes it's faster to just grab the records yourself and upload them directly to the VA. And finally, just make a call to the VA. When you call the VA or your VSO, don't just ask, well, when will my claim be done? They typically can't give you a real answer to that anyway. Instead, ask, is the VA currently waiting for any records or exam reports or evidence that I might be able to help get? And as always, be courteous to the person on the phone. They are probably not the person that's actually working on your claim, so it's really not going to be their fault. The bottom line is this: the VA may be moving faster on paper, but that doesn't change the stress that we endure waiting on our claims. A claim that looks stuck is often just waiting for one final signature or one missing report. What stage is your tracker showing you right now? Let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching. Also, if this video has helped you, give it a like so that more veterans